Hi Capricorn, welcome. So Capricorn, this is going to be a reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages, and then we're going to go into the you versus them love reading. Capricorn, my readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this, that's when it's for you. And let's go ahead and get started. So Capricorn, when I was clearing my energy and meditating for the reading, I got a lot of positive messages, which I'm loving this round of readings for January, y'all. Like, so many positive messages coming out, not just for you, but for many of the zodiac signs. And I don't know if it's because it's like a new year, a new beginning, or you know what the deal is. But for you, I felt like there's some sort of victory here. There's some sort of blessing coming in on an emotional and spiritual level. There may also be moments of clarity or epiphanies that you're having, solutions appearing. So I feel like Capricorn, and by the way, happy belated birthday to my Capricorns. This really is your time to shine, you know, that's kind of what I feel. So I'm loving that. We're going to go a little bit deeper though and see where this is headed. And yeah, so what else we got? We have two cards out. The Three of Swords, and yet it's paired with the Strength card. So I actually love that it's paired with the Strength card, Capricorn, because this talks about like overcoming your demons, letting yourself be stronger, not weakened by a situation that may have been very painful for you. Of course, the Three of Swords talks about heartache, but it's funny because I just did the Sagittarius reading, and I was talking about how sometimes heartache is the catalyst to change, you know, change that we've been putting off or things we've been wanting to do that we've been putting on the back burner. For some reason, you know, pain, if you will, can, yeah, literally open us up to a new way of thinking. And yeah, that's not the ideal way to go about it, but you know, unfortunately, that is how it's usually gone about. So some of you may have, you know, literally went through something quite painful, and yet it's opening you up in a different way. It's strengthening you in different ways. It is creating quite literally a new pathway for you to kind of look your weaknesses in the eyes. I don't like the way that I said that. To look your fears in the face and to overcome them, Capricorn. A lot of you have done that recently. I want to say that's like the build up to this time frame, but some of you are in the process of that. So bravo, great job. So let's go a little bit deeper and see then where else this is headed for my Capricorns. You have the card of mortality, the Fool, and the card of trust. So Capricorn, sorry, let me keep playing with my hair, but it's like in my eye or something. I feel, yeah, something weird going on over here. Anyways. Okay, sorry, back to you. You have the card of morality, the Fool, and trust. Okay, so again, this card to me represents like the death card in traditional tarot. Not literally, but figuratively, like endings, new beginnings, things transforming for you, life and death, life after death, death, no such thing, right? Maybe you have the physical ego, but you're eternal, by the way. But it's kind of like, again, the looking your fears in the face type of thing. And, you know, not being afraid of change, not being afraid of moving out of places and, you know, people that no longer serve you, that, you know, are not going to be going into the next chapter with you. It's about new beginnings. It's about trusting in the universe that, you know, everything is in divine timing and in divine order, and that you're safe to take that chance. Capricorn, I almost called you Libra. Okay, some of you may be connecting with Libra or have Libra in your chart. But yeah, let's get a little bit more specific though and see what else we have coming through for Capricorn. And just give me 1 second because I have something in my eye and it's driving me nuts. So sorry about that. It was gonna drive me nuts and I couldn't concentrate on your reading until I got that situated. So anyways, Yes, let's get further into it and see and get some more details for my Capricorns and see where this is headed. Capricorn, what else does Capricorn need to know? The Nine of Cups, the Lovers. Oh my gosh, you got the Nine of Cups out twice. I'm loving that. Ooh, and the Ace of Wands. And the King of Cups. What is this? I'm going to keep this over here. That's somewhat related, but not really. Okay, so I'm just going to say it. Some of you, it's the love of your life here, okay? Your twin flame, your soulmate, your person, you know, whatever title you want to give it, whatever you believe in. This is quite literally, you know, feeling blessed with a very significant relationship where there's a lot of inspiration, a lot of passion, a lot of emotion. Okay, some of you have met your match and or you're already in union with your match, but things may be, you know, reigniting in that situation, if you will. For others of you, this may be a new person entering the scene that may be very significant to your life, and you're gonna know because it's gonna be like, ah, you know what I mean? It's gonna be one of those moments where you just feel like a synergy and you just feel like, oh my gosh, I'm on the same page with this person, or I prayed for somebody like this, you know, that type of feeling. And it doesn't have to be an intimate partner, by the way. You can have many soulmates. It could be a business partner. It could be a friendship that's blossoming. It could be, you know, whatever. But yes, it could be an intimate partner as well. So, wow, holy cow. We are off and running here. If this is somebody that is already in your life, like an established connection, then I feel like things may be just in a space where they're going very well right now, where you're feeling blessed, and therefore, you know, because you're feeling blessed, blessings are coming through that union, a spark of passion, okay, a reignition of the maybe friendship or love, if it's a love relationship, and much needed, okay? So take it as it's resonating, but let's go deeper. The Tower, it did come out in the reverse. The reverse. Never say it like that. The reverse. The Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands. What else? Ah! Okay. I have this song in my head and I can't get it out, so I'm just going to say it. We are young, we are free. We are young, we are free. Is that the Beatles? I don't know. It's an older song. Anyways, I love that because it's like a very free-spirited vibe, free-spirited energy, which, you know, Capricorns, you know, and as somebody who has Capricorn in my chart as well, I think Capricorns get labeled as like serious, like workaholics, whatever, whatever. And don't get me wrong, like, y'all know how to make that money, right? If you truly want it, if you're truly set on something, yes, you'll work hard to get it. But you know what I think that people don't know about Capricorns is that there is this part of Capricorns that is willing to try new things, to be a free spirit, to not be afraid to do things alone either. You know what I mean? Like, there's something adventurous about Capricorns that I don't see necessarily in other zodiac signs. And I love it. I love it. I have an aunt who's a Capricorn, and she'll go anywhere, which is her and her camper and her dog. You know, like, she's not afraid to meet new people. She's not afraid to drive by herself. You know, like, fearless. And I have a really good friend of mine also, same, you know, doesn't mind being a lone wolf almost, but it works for them. So I love that, and I feel that energy coming through. I feel that part of Capricorn being tapped into right now. But let's look at the cards. So you have the Tower in the reverse. I like that it's in the reverse. In the upright, sometimes this could be a surprising turn of events, you know, false foundations crashing, things of that nature, like a surprise, right? Now, in the reverse, it's not so much of a surprise. It's still the Tower, right? There still may be unexpected, events occurring, but it's not going to stop you from achieving, what you're trying to achieve during this time frame. Like, I feel like it will be blips on the radar, if you will. Some of you, though, have come from a place where it did kind of feel like the walls were coming down around you, and you're kind of moving out of that stage now, more to like, okay, that happened, but what's next, right? Like, what's on the horizon for me? And I also feel, Capricorn, being very selective with who you're letting in, okay, on an emotional level, but also when it comes to like your personal life, which I feel like Capricorns do tend to be quite private, but I feel like that privacy being like really important, especially when it comes to like things that are near and dear to your heart, Capricorn. And some of you are keeping like your future plans private or kept away from the public or other people. I'm not sure why. Maybe you don't want them weighing in or something. But yeah. Then you have the Eight of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Judgment, and the Knight of Wands. So this is interesting because to me, this is like a little bit of holding yourself back, right? But it's also about like waiting for the right timing before you make a decision to kind of move on what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. But I do feel you have spirit support here at your back, and I heard at your beck and call. There might also be information you're withholding. I feel like this is temporary, as you try to kind of decide what your next best move or action is. But yeah, there's that private energy, okay? And of course, because it's a general, it could be that if it's not you, this is somebody you're dealing with that is maybe keeping something private from you. But again, take it as it's resonating with you. Now, you did have a card fly out, the Five of Swords. And I felt like this was something else or somebody else's energy, not necessarily part of the main reading. So the Five of Swords is a sense of rejection or defeat. It also can talk about revenge, vengeance, anger, things of that nature. And I really want to see what the heck that is about before we go further. So what is this Five of Swords? The Empress. The Queen of Swords and the Six of Wands. I'm getting a Tom Petty song. Don't do me like that. Baby, baby, baby. Don't do me like that. I don't know all the lyrics to it. Is Tom Petty a Capricorn? If not, he kind of gives Cap vibes. But, and I've also seen Tom Petty in concert before he passed away. Rest in peace. And he was awesome. It was one of the best concerts I ever went to. Anyways, check out that song. I'm not really sure what the name of it is. But the only lyric I'm clearly hearing is "Don't do me like that." Take it as what you will. I feel like there's either another situation or a person here showing up that feels quite deflated, and the Queen of Swords in this deck is not the kindest energy. This is, somebody who's got a sharp tongue, who, is quite cold, can be cruel, especially with the Five of Swords, especially if they feel like the need to protect themselves or rejected or, sometimes this could be like, I want to win at all costs. Be careful of this person. If this is a person you're dealing with, especially if it's an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but I do also have Taurus here, or if they have any of those placements in their chart. I feel like this person wants to win at all costs. They want to be queen bee or king bee. Doesn't have to be male or female, whatever. It's a general reading. I'm picking up feminine energy, but it could be either. Again, general reading. I don't know if you got a frenemy here, Capricorn, or just a female. I feel this is a female. I'm just going to say it. Yeah, that's up to no good or something. Like, especially if you're having a lot of success, or, you know, you've got something going on that this person is jealous of, be careful. But also know that this person can only affect you to the degree that you allow it. Because you certainly could shut them out, both energetically and emotionally and spiritually, and focus on what you've got going on, which seems to be quite the affair. Some of you, a love affair. Others of you, just blessings coming in. A lot of good things to give your focus to. So why would you focus on this person? You know what they say. Let them hate. I think when people hate on you like that, if that's what it is, it's a compliment. They're a fan. Maybe you got yourself a little fan. Anyways, let's not get petty with it. We're at a spiritual reading. Clear our energy. Just stay in your own lane and focus on the good things that you've got coming, because there's some important decisions that you're going to be making now through Aries season that are going to set the pace for the rest of the year. So let's see what the guidance card is, and then we'll go to the you versus them love reading. You have card number 34. Inspired action is always pleasurable action. The dominance of your thoughts is what brings everything to you and is what is behind the action that you offer. By seeking good feeling thoughts that align you with your source, your action will then always feel good. You cannot muster enough action to compensate for misaligned thought, but action that is inspired from aligned thought will always be pleasurable, and that's how you'll know. I always tell people, when you're making a decision, if it feels so good to you when you think of it, then it's probably in alignment with what your higher self knows. But if it feels really off, really scary, really tense, then I'm not saying that's the wrong action, but I am saying you need to pause and think about that before you act, and then get into alignment with it. It just means that there's a little more vibrational work to do before you are to take that action. So take heed of that. Okay, so we are going to jump to the you versus them love reading. Oh, and I did want to say thank you guys for your patience. I know Capricorn usually goes earlier, but this year I've decided I am going to finally give in to what you guys want, and you guys like it better when I post readings in a chronological order, logical order. So it will be Aries through Pisces in that order every month, so that you'll know based on what signs are already out when yours is about to come out. And so that's kind of my gift to all of you. You guys have been asking for that for a while. I've always posted all 12 signs regardless, but I usually shuffle them around. And that's just my own free spirit. But I recognize that that causes a lot of confusion for those of you who are new to me. So I'm going to do it that way. That's the format moving forward for 2025. So you'll always know when your reading is coming out moving forward. Anyways, let's go to the you versus them and go a little bit further. Stay right there. I'm going to clear my energy and I'll be right back. Welcome back. All right, so Capricorn, now we're going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind that it is a general reading, so the roles can be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Keep an open mind. Also, it's not always about the person that you are necessarily thinking of. Which most of you are here for an intimate partner or an ex, and yes, it probably will pick up on that, but it could also be, you know, really any relationship with your kids, your mama, your friends, I don't know. So let's get into it and see though. Ooh, I wasn't ready for that. Keep that though. Okay, so Capricorn, here you are showing up, King of Wands energy and your overall vibe. This is about leadership. This is about taking action. This is about having the strength and the courage to do what's best for you. And I felt like a similar empowering vibe in the spiritual reading. Now, the reason why I decided to keep this is because you actually had this card in your overall energy for the spiritual reading, and your person got this in their overall, except it's paired with the Seven of Swords, which is really interesting because the first thing I got was stealing your blessings, which I think is a really interesting message. Or stolen blessings. Like, that's a very interesting perspective to have, right? Like, first of all, that's a misconception. Somebody being blessed or blessed with something that you want does not mean that it is now unattainable for you. You know what I mean? Like, there's never a need to watch someone else's success through the eyes of envy, because if they can have it and they can get it, so can you, right? But a lot of people do that. They think, oh, look at that person getting all of that good stuff. They don't even deserve it. I deserve it. You know what I mean? Like, especially in America right now, because there's such an imbalance in the economic ranges, right? A lot of people hate rich people, but yet they want to be rich. And I would say, well, you can't be rich and hate rich people at the same time, because that contradicts the laws of the universe. You must look at people who are living success and praise success where you see it, because you know that it also can be yours, is always yours also. You know what I mean? But, and I'm not telling you this. I'm actually talking to your cross watcher because they have an envious eye. Okay, but because this is a general reading, you may also have an envious eye, but take it as it's resonating. I'm actually feeling you coming up more confident than that, but we shall see. So let's go into most recent past, and then we will look at, excuse me, burp, how you both see and feel in the now and next steps. So recent past energy for my Capricorns. Recent past for my Capricorns. There's that song again from Tom Petty. Three of Wands, Six of Cups. And Justice. So Capricorn, this talks about, the doors of opportunity opening up for you. What's interesting is that it's paired with the Six of Cups, which is the past, and or something you've long held on to from the past, or maybe even from childhood, now becoming available or opening up for you. There's balance here. There's karma being brought to the situation. So I feel like if you don't already know what this is about, you're about to know during this time frame. So let's see this person's recent past. I'm sorry about my dog. There's a delivery guy here. Bear with me. Person Capricorn is dealing with. Some of you may also, again, be dealing with an air sign. Or have that in your chart. Oh, my goodness. Do you see how all of the cards are like leaping over to your side? Okay, whoever this is that you're connecting with, they seem to be pretty nosy. Or very interested in what you're doing. Okay, better said, possibly. And that's good if it's coming from a place of genuine interest. But if it's coming from a place of envy, then that's going to create a barrier, right? In the relationship dynamic and the connection, whether this is a lover or a friend or whoever. I feel like this person also wants balance, wants justice, but they're more focused in a more practical manner. Again, using logic, not so much emotion to make their decisions. And, it could be that this person in the past tried to address the connection or come at the connection in a more logical approach. Like, I feel like for this person, it's more of like what makes dollars, what makes sense type of vibe. You know what I mean? Like, or they have a really pragmatic way of looking at life, Capricorn, or looking at relationships. And I'm not sure that's always so beneficial for them. And also, by the way, this also could be how they see you, which is a little weird. But, you know, take it as it's resonating. We're going to go a little bit further and see. Speaking of that, though, how does Capricorn see this person in the now? What do you think of this person in the now? What are you thinking? Knight of Cups. The Five of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Four of Swords. I don't know if this person left you like emotionally broken or destitute and putting you in the space of where you feel like you need to heal yourself, you need to take care of yourself, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? Or maybe you did that to them, but that's the very first message that I got when I looked at this cards. It's like giving to an empty cup or feeling completely depleted, and then, you know, because you're not feeling that love from this person or that reciprocity, okay, then needing to then go within and kind of take care of yourself and kind of do the healing on your own, you know. And not everybody's going to be on your level, Capricorn. Not everybody is going to be able to reciprocate in the way that you deserve, you know, which is why it's so important to love yourself more than anybody or anything else, because you're all you got from the beginning to the end of your life. Other than spirit. Of course, you always have spirit within you and answering you, but you get what I mean, right? So let's see how this person sees you, sees the connection. I'm getting a song. You didn't have to call me out. Acting like we're nothing. I know you know that song. Come on. Okay, so this is interesting. I'm going to honor it how it came out, though. I think this person wishes for you to open up, Capricorn, and to be able to... That's so weird, though. I'm just going to show this to you. I'm just going to say exactly what I feel when I look at that. I feel like this person, like, yeah, they're hoping that, you know, that something opens up for them in the connection or with you, or that maybe you open up to them or something like that. And then it like stresses them out, and so then they just kind of give up on it. You know what I mean? It's like they're hoping, wanting, and then it doesn't seem like they're getting through, or that they're being heard, or that there seems to be a blockage here. Okay, we'll just say that. And then it like gets all in this person's head. They get super anxious about it, stress over it, and then they're just like, I give up then. Or, you know, they may feel like they want to give up when really they're not really wanting, I don't feel, to necessarily give up altogether. More so just like they want to get rid of the resistance, of the pressure, of the stress, you know what I mean? Not the desire, but of the struggle around the desire. So let's go into the heart space then and see, how does Capricorn feel about this person underneath it all? Ten of Swords, Knight of Wands. Look at this. And this came out like this almost. This is showing up in the emotional space. This person's just like, I'm dead. You know, not really, but I think it's so emotionally exhausting. It's like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, a lot of inconsistencies showing up here in the connection with this person or in your vibration, where it's a mixture of like wanting to, you know, be your giving, generous self, but then on the other hand, not really having it to give, not maybe really even feeling that motivation, feeling exhausted, or maybe this connection exhausting you because of the back and the forth. And there seems to be a lot of movement going on as well around the connection, that is kind of like throwing things up in the air, so to speak. And I feel like you're balancing a lot of different priorities as well as to like where you want to invest your time and your energy. And honestly, if this connection is exhausting, then it's on the back burner because, or should be on the back burner because it's burning up your energy through your focus, and meaning you cannot put your focus on other things that may be more productive or feel better to you because of the underlying exhaustion or like draining that's going on. So I feel a lot of either uncertainty or inconsistency here. But let's go into this person's heart space. The Lovers. The Seven of Wands. The Eight of Swords. I feel like this person is trying to make peace with something or come to peace with something within themselves. You know, the Eight of Swords, though, is like their mind kind of gets the best of them. I feel like this person does feel an extremely close tie with you, or a very strong connection, soulmate, twin flame energy, if you believe in that. And yet there's like this wall here around their heart. Around their emotions, and it's like a protective type of response, you know, like protecting their heart at all costs type of vibe, because I feel like this person gets insecure a lot. They get into their own head, and then it drags them down energetically, leaving them to like pick up the pieces internally, right? And then get back on their high horse, which they're doing, you know, they're able to do that. I feel like this person is either a very strong personality or strong-minded, okay? Or at least they appear that way. May not be the truth on the inside, but it seems that they are appearing that way. So let's go further. Also, I have Leo, Gemini vibes here. But let's go further and see what is the next likely outcome for Capricorn. Queen of Cups. Three of Cups. Knight of Swords. Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. I feel like on an emotional level, you want, you know, you want emotional support and supportive people around you and support within this connection, right? And I feel you want to express yourself or be vulnerable with that, but then you stop yourself. You know, there's like this hesitancy, this stop here. But there's also the Four of Wands here, which is union, which is a stabilizing of the connection, the friendship, the situationship, whatever this is for you. But first they're saying you have to stabilize your mood and the way that you feel about this, right? A lot of people want, you know, they want to fix connections through the other person just simply doing what they tell them to do. But it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? You know, so many people come to me for a tarot reading and they're just like, if this person would just be and do who I want them to be, then everything would be great. And it's like, they're probably saying the same thing about you, you know? Wouldn't it be nice if the whole world just kind of bent to our will and appeased us in that way? But it's not realistic, and it's not going to happen, because diversity, us being different from each other, is what puts the eternal in eternalness. And so it's always going to be there. Differences, right? So it's not about like training your friend or your partner or whoever to be exactly what you need them to be. It's about training your vibration to be what you need to be, regardless of who you're around. Then you could be around anybody and still be happy. You know what I mean? Which is a much simpler and more fulfilling solution than trying to announce yourself to every person you meet and your likes and your don't likes, and don't trigger me in this way, and you know, blah, 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 blah. Nobody can follow all of those rules, and nobody's going to. I mean, your mother might, but not likely anybody else. So it's about becoming more in alignment with who you are so that you are adaptable regardless, right? And that's kind of what is on your spiritual path, quite literally, Capricorn. I'm getting the word tolerable, like your tolerance or something like that. And I'm not saying tolerate less than you deserve, y'all. I'm not saying like, okay, you know, go to that extreme with it. But I am saying being more tolerable in general is just a more in the flow space than people who have a very low tolerance. Have you ever noticed like people who have a low tolerance, meaning they can't handle much outside of what they need or what they want, seem to always be agitated? You know, have the most rules, are the most uncomfortable people to be around, you know, versus people who are a little bit lighter, a little bit more open, a little bit more tolerating, tend to be just simply easier people to be around, right? Just saying. All right, let's see what this person is headed to. 10 of... Ay! Get back in there. 10 of Cups, 4 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. So... So this popped over there. There's somebody who's either sorry or has regrets, and or is coming out of possibly like a sadness or a depression. I get that it's this person, your person that you're dealing with, but because it leapt over to your side, it could also be something you identify with. Take it as it resonates. They have the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. This person wants to heal because they want their needs fulfilled. They want their emotions fulfilled. They see potential here. They want to put in that time. And it's weird because it's like their actions, you know, or maybe even their words don't really quite match that, even though that is what they're truly wanting to get at. And even at times their vibration doesn't match it, because sometimes it's like this person sees you as a blessing or feels blessed, and then at the same time they feel a lack thereof or an envy around that, right? And that's not very healthy for them. That's something they need to work through. They have some insecurities here that they really need to overcome. And it's possible, right? Like, I feel like they have overcome quite a bit, but they give up pretty easily. Or like, I'm getting like an avoidant detachment style, or I don't know if you guys know what that is, but like that type of vibe. But what they're really wanting is that big picture emotional fulfillment. Okay, so I feel like you're both on the same page with that. So let's see what the guidance cards have to say for my Capricorns. Card number 40, I intend to co-create from my place of positive attraction. The individual creators who are coming together must be in a place of positive attraction before they come together, or nothing positive can come out of the partnership. If you're negatively focused and not feeling good, you will only attract others who are in the same state of negative attraction. That is why if you look for a friend or a mate or a coworker from a place of insecurity or lack of anything, you will never bring the person you really want, but instead only one who will amplify your current negative vibration. Interesting and mind-blowing. Okay, so woo, Capricorn, never a dull moment. We're gonna leave it there for now, though. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with and or having your own chart. I got a lot of Libra. I'm feeling air. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but I also have Leo. What else? Leo again, Gemini again, Pisces, Taurus. Yeah, those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but keep in mind it is a general reading, so it could be any sign. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future content. You could also find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff. All of my social media is linked in the description as well as in the About section. Otherwise, I'm wishing you guys the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste.